right, partner up.
He broke up. Like Jeff broke up.
Don't do anything about it.
All right, guys, look. Guys, look, so we're going to be here. We're going to start in one of the most basic leg attack positions. You'll hear this called Ashy or single leg X. So in this position, and the way you can look at leg locks is you're always trying to have inside leg position. So look at my feet are inside his legs. So if we were to start and go from right now, I would technically have a better ability to start pulling his legs in good positions because I have inside position with my legs. So you want to understand this. So the position we're starting in is Ashy or single leg X. I have his foot basically like over my hip.
Yeah, I already got blood flow restriction.
Okay. This outside leg is nice and deep, and I'm biting my heel onto his hip. My other foot is hooked on his far leg, and my knee and my heel connect here. Alright? So, generally speaking, when we're in this position, we want to have a strong grip on the foot. So an Achilles grip is a pretty strong grip to keep. Even if we're looking to attack heel hooks, a lot of times you're going to want to have an Achilles grip position for control. So, for this drill, basically we're pummeling from leg to leg. It's an okay defensive drill, but it's kind of a better offensive drill, I would say. So what my partner is going to do is he's going to push my foot off and start sitting over my leg. As he does this, I'm immediately looking to reach for his far leg. Now because my other leg is inside position, I can just kick this leg through, scoop my hips to the other side, and now I'm right on the other leg here. Okay? So basically once you get here, I can kind of just keep grips on both legs. He pushes the foot off and sits over. I slide my hips in and I switch to his other leg. He pushes the foot off and sits over. Slide my hips in and I switch to the other leg. So look, the foot slides through and bites on the hip. My other foot flexes on the far leg. My knee and my heel connect. Okay? So we're able to attack feet from here. Okay, but there's better positions necessarily for attacking. But this is the first basic position you want to learn to attack from because you're relatively safe. He doesn't have many counterattacks from here, and I can attack his legs fairly well. So a couple more times here. So look, I started Ashy here, he starts pushing over, I'm reaching for the other leg, he sits over, this leg shoots through. So look, this knee is inside, it's shooting through, and slide my hip in and switch my hip. Alright, and now I'm right on the other leg in the same position. He goes, pushes off, jumps through, switch, slide my hips in. So guys, I should have his knee clearly inside my knee line. Alright, if you're like way out here like this is no good. I want to be in nice and tight with my partner. Everything nice and deep. Okay, so switch over, slide my leg through, I switch, the knee goes up, that's it. I mean, it's good to keep both of them because it's going to give us a lot better control. Like if I come over here, right here, and I have both feet, this makes it significantly harder for them to escape. So a lot of times when they're attacking the legs, when we don't want them to escape, we're trying to control the opposite leg. Because they're going to use most of their escape when they come on the opposite leg. So for example, if I let go, they see if I bring this inside, I'm using this to push off of my legs inside of the leg. So a lot of times we are trying to keep both sides. We're here, he sits over. I thought we just this thing pulling it inside. We don't freak out.
Easy money. Easy money. both ways. See, you can do it without that leg over. So that's the trade-off. You want to I watched this guy do this. Because I'm sitting on your foot? Yeah, that's nice. So you need to get out of the way.
Sit over there. Now you're going to switch to the other side. Your right leg, you don't want to go out. Step on the hip. Your left leg, we're both sit over.
Guys, go ahead and switch on your own, but make sure you actually get it down before you switch.
This is my bread and butter, man. I don't ever do it for you. Oh, you're right there. Yeah. Definitely sloppy around your right. That's a good thing. Just a little less than covered. Just sitting right there. Keep right
Looks like it's fine. I mean, if I'm going to one side I feel better on than the other. I don't know which side is it. I think that's my bad. Yeah, that's what you're Where are you going to go?
I guess that's where I gotta go.
See, there's a window.
You're a bullet. Me on you?
No.
There's one for me.
Step on his hip.
There's a half light right here.
All right, guys, break. Bring it in the middle. So look, here we're gonna go over a basic way to get to this position. So if we are in, say my partner's got us in full guard, and I pop his guard open, or he opens his guard, and we go right into combat stance. So if you're in full guard, generally speaking, if their legs pop open, whether we force this to happen or whether they open their legs, a lot of times the best thing you can do here is step a foot up into combat stance and bring a knee up through the middle. This way he can't reclose his guard, or if he does, like it doesn't matter. I'm still going to be able to drive through it here. So if I start threatening to pass his guard, which generally to attack the legs from the top, you need to threaten to pass the guard first. If I'm constantly just trying to grab his feet and sit back, they're going to pummel their legs in and you're not going to get it. So generally you want to start threatening like I'm going to do a knee cut pass. If we're in this position, and I'm starting to look to cut my knee through and make him worry about the pass here. Right? Now, if he starts worrying about the pass, what I can do is I can cup his knee with the far hand, post with my other hand, and bring my foot through. And look, I'm right into this position where I can sit back on his leg, and I'm not falling back on the leg recklessly. My feet are already in position. So one of the things that I see here that people have a really hard time with is when we come up into combat stance, I should basically be like foot to foot. Like this leg is open and this foot's here. You're going to have a hard time if your foot is out this way and you're like trying to bring it like through like this. But if your knee is open, look, I can just cup his knee and my foot can just go right through here. It's just right through here. Okay? So don't make it a hard thing where your foot's coming out and around. If my feet are kind of like foot to foot with my knee up and my knee open, this foot can just come right through here onto the hip. And now I've got a strong grip. I can get right into my position and fall back on the foot in strong control, right? Like I was saying, if I were to just go from here and then go like back, he's probably going to have that foot out before you can even attack it. You understand what I'm saying? So we're coming up, I'm looking at knee cut or pass his guard. So there's a few ways to do it. It's not necessarily one. I do tell people that you can post your hand if you have a hard time with balance so you don't fall back. So basically I can cup his knee to keep the knee line and post my hand. And now I can freely move this foot into place and then start sitting back on the foot. All right, now the first thing you should really learn, even before you learn to attack the leg, is to how to get back up on top from here, because obviously we don't want to give up leg position. So say I were to start attacking his foot and I just feel like I can't get it, the most important thing for me to be able to do is get back up on top and try to start passing his guard again. Okay, so when we want to get up, basically we're reversing what we just did. You want to do a technical stand up, and there's a couple ways to do it. There's kind of a harder way and an easier way. I like the harder way, but just because it's like kind of a little less movement. But basically, I'm going to open my knee up and post my foot, and now I have an elbow posted. Now, if you understand the technical stand-up, right, with the technical stand-up, what do? We post a hand and a foot, and I move my foot back and away like that. We're doing the same thing. I'm just going to do it from my elbow because I need to keep a grip on his foot. If I want to come back up on top, the second that I let go like this, boom, we're battling for top position. However, if I keep his foot, and this goes for any time you sweep someone, you need to maintain grip on a foot when you sweep so that they can't get on top. Because if I have their foot, they can't place their feet underneath themselves to come up, right? So look, I post my foot, my elbow's the other post. I'm going to lift my hip, pull my foot back out, and stand up. This movement can be difficult. So what you can also do is a technical stand-up on the other side. So if you have a hard time doing this where you're like lifting your hips and retracting your foot back underneath with the grip, you can switch your post to your left hand. So I can keep a grip on this foot, switch my post to my left hand, post this foot and come up. Okay, so that's an easier way of doing it in a sense. It just takes more movement because you're switching hips and stuff. Nothing wrong with it. But it's the same principle where I'm getting a post with a hand. So if I post this hand, then this foot's going to come off the hip and post. And now it's going to allow me to lift my hips and get my foot underneath me with his foot in control. So now he can't close his guard, and he can't get on top because he can't get his feet underneath him. So now I can come up and start looking to pass the guard however you want. Okay? So we're here. The basic guard break, if you're not sure, is basically you're going to put your hands on the hips and finish hips. My knee centers, my elbows go inside, my leg opens like an L, and then I drive my hips back into his leg and my foot steps up. I start finishing the guard pass, I grab the knee, bring my foot through to the hip, and then start falling back onto the leg. Now if I want to get up, I just reverse this. I post, my elbows are post, and then you're going to lift your hips. This is hard, but you lift your hips. And now look, I can bring my foot. And I'm lifting this up to make room. I'm like, you want to like lift this as high as you can, but so you sit there. If I want to get back up, post, my elbows are post, and I can use my left foot and my right elbow to lift my hips. I'm back up. Alright. Can't do that. You go from here, switch our posts. The other side post and come up. Okay. Exact opposite. Let's do it on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Can't take that pose. Good, bro? Come on.
So you can come in with your left hand. Yeah, now bring that. So look, bring that one the other way.
No, we don't go to the before. This one, open, reach up to your right hand.
So post your left foot back on the mat. Lift your hips and then try to suck down. This can be difficult. Enjoy the technique.
Shoulder. It does make a case. It helps No, wait, when I do, you know,
See how your foot back there? You lay down, you put your down. This foot's going to come through and stick right on your wrist like that.
I'm going to have to go the other way.
Now you got to get up. How you get up? Your elbow.
Because they're going to ask you. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that though. Like, you trying to stand up.
Raise your hips up. Back up.
Yeah, and he probably breaks it like all for it too. Once he gets started, he has to do a lot of
During the summer, it's like it's just February only.
To the outside. He can still close his door. His knee is inside. You can't close his door. That's what you're looking
All right, guys, be in the middle. Look. All right, guys, look, so the reason that you also don't want to fall back is, look, if I sit back and you don't, so you're like creating, your heel and your knee are connecting, and that's creating a wall between you and your partner. So if, for example, if he sits back, but he doesn't connect his legs. So say he goes like this, but then he sits back without creating like a wall with his legs. A lot of times what's going to happen is guys are going to come up and break this and get out of it, which is not a bad thing to do. But that's why before you sit back, you really want your knee and heel to connect. That way, as I start trying to come up, you see how it's going to knock me back down because he has control of my hip. So if you sit back without that hip control, it's going to allow the guy to come up and start stepping over. And this is what you don't happen. You have to start wrestling up. So look, when we're here, if we want to attack the straight ankle lock, let's look at this. So hitting the hips, I center my knee, I put my elbows inside, and the leg opens like, I'll pop the guard open. This is not the best guard break, but this is a simple one for newer people. My knee comes up, I start straightening the pass, I cup, I sit through, connecting, sitting back. Look, I'm immediately going to wrap his leg. When we start wrapping the foot, I want my bite to be really close to the heel. So we're like biting with our wrists, but it should be like kind of a little bit lower on your forearm. You don't want it to be in the meat fat, but you don't want it to be right by your hand. You kind of want it to be like slightly lower, but still on the bone here, okay? So as I want to adjust my grip, so when you initially grip, you're probably not going to have a bite very close to his heel. Right now my bite of my wrist is on more close to his calf than his Achilles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his hand and start pushing on his knee and pushing his knee outward and sliding my grip back to bite closer to his heel. So as I push this knee out, it's going to make it easier. And I'm also like concaving my body. So the bigger you are, the more you're going to want to like concave your body a little bit to make room. So that I can push and take my grip and bite right on the heel, and my hand should be up on my chest, not down by my stomach. Okay, your arch is going to be weak if your hands are low, but if I get my hands high, now my arch is going to be strong. And with the straight ankle locks, it's really all about high hands. Now you can grip any way you want. You can grab your own fist. You can even do like Kimura type grip, so you're grabbing his ankle and putting your wrist through. Either way, if you're doing this grip, you still want to get a strong bite first, and then push and wrap your hands through that strong bite. Okay? You can also take like a guillotine grip where I'm just biting strong and then put a hand on hand like this is perfectly fine. So now when I want to attack his foot, this position is okay, but it's going to be better if this middle leg comes out and steps on his hip. Alright? So I'm taking the middle leg out, I'm stepping on his hip, and now as I go, I'm going to push his knee out, and I'm going to slide my butt away from him. Okay, so I'm going to like slide my butt. I want my butt to come back closer to his foot. So I'm going to like slide my butt out and away, and I'm going to bring my head to my hands. Here, like this. Now when I arch, and then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse my elbow behind me. And then when I arch, I want to try to pretend like I'm trying to bite my hand. So as I collapse, my head stays close to my hands. Now when I arch, you're going to get a really strong break because your hands are high. And actually shooting your butt back closer allows you to keep your hands high and your head close to your hands. When your hands are high and your head close to your hands, it's going to be really strong in the arch. And when I arch, I don't want to arch and take my head away. I want to arch with my head close. Okay? So like, we're here like this. I push the leg out. I take a strong bite right underneath the heel. I connect my hands. You can connect like this if you want. Here and here. My foot comes out. I scoop my butt back. And then right before I go to finish, I kind of want to go face down. So I'm going to tuck my elbow back behind me. Here. My head stays close to my hands. And now I push off his hip. Now. Okay? That's pretty simple. So I push, I literally want to like slide, get up, bring my body right on the heel, right past the heel. I don't want to be on the heel, though. I connect my hands, my feet come out to post on his hip. My feet come out to post on the hip. And now when I do this, I scoot my butt back a little bit, and then I'm tucking my elbow behind me, and my head goes to my hands. Here, and now the other. Do it on three, guys. 1, 2. Cody, let me put Tyler and Cody together. Patrick, I'm going to have you work with both. What? No, I wanted to show you. We're going reverse tail. He even steps to put in. I'm posting on him. So I'm going to extend it. I'm going to kind of like extend away. This foot's going through the middle, and this end is going to come through. I'm meeting going inward. So like we get about here, and my foot is going to go through the middle at the same time as my hands. Go like this. Once we get about here, I can start taking this foot and bringing my heel through it. It's always foot to foot, elbow to and then like my foot and my arm is going to point to you. Now I start inverting. You can rock your hands to bend the leg, and I start inverting. I'm going to take this leg out and around foot to foot. As you sit down.
Nothing there. Stick it up the middle. Put that in the other middle.
Oh, no. Elbow the toes and up they go on the floor.
I'm scared.
Coming up.
I'm probably the worst person.
This one's not that bad though. It's not really like a full inversion, it's more just like rolling over here. Yeah. So I'm going
Yeah. Both foot and arm punch, so I go. Okay.
You tried that when you first started.
Just pull that in. Okay, let me. Well, I kind of need
Step on him. Move your butt, not back, but out. Get that hand.
This one's like
Now bring it to edge.
The only like hardcore that because I'm just really right. Well, okay, so like this? Yeah, like you go on your shoulder. I'll make it, but this one, I'll get my shield in my house. Yeah, sure, man. And then go, then you go back. And then I'll go. Yeah, but you're like
So shoot your hips up as much as you can. Yeah, like that. Lock and then start rolling. Yeah, pull them in, pull them in, pull them in. You kind of want to aim up. Yeah. Like when you. Here, like I already want to inlet push with this foot. Yeah. Like that. And then you would come and put the
It's just like keep holding on to that bottom.
Yeah. You get this deal on the mat and walk this soda in. So like when you punch through, it's still back in.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm not gone.
See, you're too high up.
You're flying.
Shoot your foot through. Yeah. So push off. Push. Yeah.
No, let me try that.
What?
You look like you're waiting for me.
Not. I'm trying to decide if I want to show another thing.
Yeah, and then you shoot that.
You want to punch your arm and your leg at the same time. Like. No, like if you no, that wouldn't be fair. Yeah. Just when you kick this leg through, punch your arm through. Yeah, there you go. Go up here.
And try to take them over.
Try to take them over. Generally, it's going to be better if you can hold it.
But that's the way you kick me. You forget I'm not like a 200 pound of solid muscle. 220 pounds.
Guys, bring it in the middle. Look, let's we'll go over a little bit about defending this. And then we're going to do some situationals from here. So, generally speaking, the straight ankle lock is relatively safe, meaning that if you pop you're going to like kind of pop the top of their foot. This does not mean you should crank on it. You should apply everything slowly, obviously. Do not take this as a thing, but it's relatively safe because even if you pop the top of their foot a few times when you attack a straight ankle lock, generally they're going to walk off the mat and they might have a sore ankle, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like a heel hook where if you pop the knee, it's going to be a problem. So generally speaking, if he's got an Achilles grip, usually you're going to kind of want to like kick through and boot your foot. Like I'm flexing my foot like this. When you do it, you want your heel to be tucked towards their body so that I'm not giving up a heel hook. So if I flex my foot just like straight like this, it's actually going to expose my heel really bad for him to switch to a heel hook. Okay, so like if come up just so you can kind of see. So look, if like my foot's like extends like this, it's going to make it easy for him to get your heel, right? So when I boot, I kind of want to boot with my toes pointed out like this so that my heel's also hidden and you can't just easily switch to a heel hook. All right, this is just buying you time. What we're trying to do is he's isolated our leg. He needs to use his legs to make my legs static or still, right? He's trying to make it so like my leg can't move so that he can attack my ankle in isolation. So meaning that my knee and leg is stuck in one place and that allows him to attack my ankle. If my whole leg can move, it's going to be hard to attack the ankle. So he's using his leg to keep my leg still. So we're generally looking to try to get these legs unlocked off of our hip here. So now here, if I'm like holding him like this and he tries to finish, it's going to be pretty hard for him. He can try to crank pretty hard here, and some guys might be able to do it. There are some guys that are really strong, but generally speaking, he doesn't have his legs or anything to get into anywhere, so it's going to make it harder. So now, the scenario is going to just depend tremendously on what kind of happens. We've got a few options. I can try to start building up and coming up, but if I come up, look, I gotta keep control of these legs. If I lose control of this foot, my hand's going to my hip like this. That way, see how I caught the heel here, and I can push it back out. So anytime we're stepping in to a leg attack, you're almost always gonna have this hand here because they're gonna be throwing their foot over your hip, and if he does, boom, I can push it back off. There's actually even attacks from here where if he brings it over, we can actually re-attack with some situations. Okay? But anytime we're entering into any of these positions or coming up, I want control. And if I lose it, my arm's immediately going here. That way when it comes back over, boom, I have control of it. So just keep that in mind. Anytime, this just goes for anything. Like if I step in, boom, and he pulls me in, I'm here right away so that as that foot comes over, boom, I can push it off. And it's the same thing. If the middle foot comes over, right, boom, I can take it and push it off. Or take it and push it all the way down or whatever. So we can try to build up, but generally speaking, we want to get control of the legs. I can start bringing this foot to the inside and then pointing my toes and trying to push out. Sometimes it's hard to free your foot in that instance. But the basic principle is don't allow them to isolate your hip. If I can go like this, it's going to be hard for him to finish. So we can start trying to build up and step over the knee or anything like that. All right? So just keep that in mind. Get the hip unlocked and try to make it so I can move my leg, my whole leg. Alright, so guys, what we're going to do is we're going to start right here. I'm going to start an Ashi. I don't have an Achilles grip, and we're going to go right from here. So if you don't have an Achilles grip, one of the things that he can do is he can tuck and hide his foot towards your hip to make it harder. But what you should be doing if you're trying to attack is pulling that out and getting to our Achilles grip right away. And then we're going to try to finish a straight ankle lock as he tries to escape. Alright, so... And guys, look, right, if he tries to escape and he pushes the foot off and steps over, wouldn't this middle foot make sense to bring this middle foot back through to step on his hip? And that way I can still attack here. All right. Let's do it on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3.
You're in trouble. You're thinking already. Why are you thinking so hard, man?
Easy breezy.
Double outside. Double outside. It's double outside. It is outside.
So guys, guys, get in position, and whenever you're ready, let your partner know we're going. Try to finish a straight ankle lock or escape, guys. Let's go.
It worked on me.
Yeah, guys, you can go back and forth. You can switch back and forth. If you fully escape, then go ahead and reset.
Over there. I don't want to hit you.
Look. I mean, look.
You want to go first? You're left leg.
My left leg?
That's right. That's the best.
Step on me. Step on
Get him. Technique of the day.
the drill we just did.
Really? I'm saying,
So, for me, I gotta make sure it don't go to the side. Keep it. You don't want that one.
Okay. You want that beyond the hip or
Okay. Never.
That's literally just like exposed with an inward knee that you How you doing, man?
There was. And ever get that one. What do you think about it?
Yeah.
break and switch partners. You're
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, I had to talk
Oh, guys, let's go. Same thing.
Ankle lock front.
Same thing.
John Morgan.
No heel hook in my gym.
Whenever you're ready, you don't need to wait for the other people.
How are you?
I usually don't really know what to do with it. Why not? He's got a brace on, so I'm not crying about
Getting beat up by the kids again.
Yeah, no, what's up? Yeah, I was gonna try to relate my leg rather than no. No, once you whack the I didn't know you were going down. Once we let go up, I kind of like trying to go. Yeah, I've done
That's called a triangle. Yeah, it's called a triangle.
I thought I could stand up out of it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to say that. That's all you Yeah, that was bro. I thought, no, honestly, the knee bar, I was like, okay. When I thought I could get out. Yeah. My knee was like kind of close inside now. But then my heel started going this way.
Yeah, no, once I put my hand over, I had to change my grip. I can't do this for years.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you're kind of rolling into it. Kind of just like, you're gonna roll like that, go over the leg, try to be in between. You don't want to, what you're doing is you're trying to like go that way. If you're gonna go back that way, too, like go up and my butt, that way you have some kind of leverage. But like try to fight the leg. When you're trying to go that way, where it's long. You're telling me like, finish. I don't know about that or like, if you're gonna go that way, like that, make sure my leg is that way. I'll jump over and then try to
Yeah, you like your kind of leg in.
Alright, let's keep working.
Push off the bed. Well, dude, I was waiting for you to win over the ground. I was trying to.
Guys, break and switch partners.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't put that leg in, you might be able to.
No chance. You got no chance. Yes, you do. You got a big chance.
How you doing? What's your name?
Guys, look.
Very easy. Yeah, Tyler.
Look, we're going to do one more round of this, but I want to point out that when you're in these positions, you got to keep your feet protected, right? So, for example, right, we just had someone who was attacking a straight ankle lock, and he brought the middle foot out and then ended up tucking it this way. If I tuck my foot this way, technically Noah can throw a reap on and attack a heel hook right on this leg, okay? So we need to make sure that we are keeping our feet somewhat safe, you know what I mean? This one can come out from the middle and it's relatively safe here, or to the outside here, it's relatively safe. But if I bring this out over here, this is gonna allow, my leg is between his legs, so this is the most attackable leg. This leg he can't really attack very well, right? Because this is just out on its own. But if this leg is going through his legs, now he can throw this sweep over and pinch his knee together, boom, and he's got a fully isolated leg in between his legs ready to set up a heel hook. So just keep that in mind, that your feet need to stay somewhere in safe position when you're attacking, right? One of the worst parts about attacking leg locks is if someone's good at defending them and countering them, you're a lot of times putting your own feet in danger, okay? So just keep that in mind. We'll do one more round of this, and then we're going to do some regular positional rounds. Let's go, guys. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Max.
It was even. I think someone walked outside.
If you get a tight angle, it hurts. It's just this over.
No, it just like broke the map.
You're going to get somebody like that.
Now I'm probably I didn't even really want to do it if I first
the day.
It's a muscle stimulator, yeah, dog. You got the words, Jarrell. I forgot the word on that. No, we're not that deep. We don't start off that deep.
You like your beer there. You're there. No, so we're just no ever touch me. I feel like that. That's why we don't talk. Those ones are like very.
Guys, break and switch partners. We're going to start in knee shield, half guard knee shield, going live. Let's go, switch partners. We're starting in half guard knee shield, going
You don't want
live.
that smoke.
Half guard knee shield, going live, guys.
I don't
Let's
want
go
it.
right
I don't
into
want
it.
What did you have? No chance.
Okay, after you go.
Okay, you got a good chance.
Guys, let's go. Knee shield, going live from knee shield.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. And it was zero pressure. It went from 0 to 100.
Guys, tip tapping up everybody, bro. I see you out there. I see you, bro. Scoot that way a little bit.
Okay, I thought you were being sloppy. You're very clever. Yeah, I'm all like real muscle. Gotta go. Very fun. That's a nice setup. That's a nice setup. got this to feel. I just can't break your grip.
That was solid. That was good. That was a good chase.
Well, if I hadn't caught it, well, you have to need more, brother. That was a need more. That's fine. That's what you had.
But is that a machine? Or a five. Guys, break and switch partners.
You only tapped me 6 times? 9? How strong is it? Yeah, let's go. How you been?
Guys, starting at Mount, going live from Mount. Going live from Mount.
Very light guys on me.
You ain't got no spot. You can pick your damn right here. Switch the other way. Yeah. They're trying to lock it opposite lock. His arm is on the side.
Oh shit.
You alright?
Guys, break and line up.
Ankle for a week. Ankle so fast.
Cheater! Kyler cheating over there, man. He already called around, man. That didn't count. That didn't count. He called around. That didn't count, man.
No, I'm showing you.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
This is weird. Y'all like should make 2 lines or something. The whole L is freaking weird.
No, the L for Longwood, man.
Yeah, that's right. The L for Longwood.
Yeah.
Why? Longwood.
I need a
Guys, good work today. Hopefully that helped you out a little bit under straight ankle lock. Feet together.
Weak tap, provide a picture of me and Julia.
We're not talking to celebrities. We're talking.